Butter and one.
I teach dance at the Laban Centre, which is lovely because, I love working with people who are not deaf. But, and I also have taught deaf children. I've given special classes for deaf children, and I give demonstrations all over England of how I teach deaf children to dance. It really is something inside you which is holding you back from doing it, and you shouldn't. You should feel the sheer joy of movement, of moving, because surely there can't be any joy in doing from here. Right? From here you must enjoy it, move, and yes, and go, and move. There should be joy in it. And at the moment, you're frightened to let go, to be adventurous, yeah? That's what it's all about, being adventurous, okay? But otherwise it was very good. It's coming, and you're getting the whole feel of it. So, I think we could have another go. My instinctive feeling is that deaf dancers, at the moment there's only one, which is myself, and I hope in the future there will be many more, but my instinctive feeling is that they could almost have a special quality for dance on their own because of their natural ability to express through their face, through their body, because this is the thing that they use most of all, since they don't use words. But expressing through the body should be the most natural thing in the world for them. Therefore I see dance as a very strong angle for deaf people. Right, now listen. There's another way in which you can help yourself to be on time with the music when you do the assemblée. The reason why you're finding it difficult to get over there is because you do pique, slow up, and then you're surprised that you're late, right? At the moment, we have no other proof of how a deaf dancer might cope, except for myself. But from my point of view, because of the sounds that I don't hear, I appreciate those sounds that I do hear that much more. In a sense, even more than the person who does hear all those sounds, because they're taken for granted, whereas the sounds I hear I treasure that much more, and therefore my musicality is said to be better than a lot of normal hearing people. And one. Down, 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 up. The dance world is a very tough world. It's tough for people who have hearing, and even worse for people who don't have hearing. I can understand to a certain extent why companies have been reluctant to take me in as a dancer, but on the other hand, knowing my own capacities, I cannot understand, because I know that I can cope just as well as any normal hearing person can. But since people know so little about deafness, I can understand from that point of view why I couldn't be accepted into companies. And this is why I have to go along my own road. And I hope that eventually, when we train more deaf dancers, that they will have the opportunities that I didn't have, because I hope by then I will have proved that it can be done and that there are no limits. Because when all is said and done, nothing is impossible. For the future, I have been lining up several things. Firstly, I have my teaching whereby I teach normal hearing people. But most important, I'm trying to do a project whereby I put deaf children into dance academies. They have the education with the dance, and that means for modern, jazz, classical, pop dancing or whatever. They all come into one thing together. And I'm hoping that I will get response from deaf children, from their parents, into allowing me to put them into these schools to see how they get along. And I think that by doing this, it could open their little world into a much wider world. One of the reasons I picked the solo that you see on the television is because of the music itself, which is very electronic and very unsteady in rhythm. It's all different rhythms and highly complex music. And I wanted to show how I could capture certain notes bang on to show that there is no lack of possibility in my musicality, because I have developed extra senses in the vibrations and sound waves which help to carry me along through the music. Probably that a normal hearing person might find that music very hard to hear and get rhythmically. And I think probably this is where deaf people, if they were trained in dance, could in a way even excel normal hearing people.